Alright, I'm going to do something a little bit different here. You guys probably know me for my Smash Bros. Speedruns, but I do have a lot of other games in my collection. And I'm going to do a games collection video. And to start off with, of course, I have to do my favorite game of all time, Super Smash Bros. For the N64. This is the Player's Choice version in the US. I also have the Japanese version of this, but I have currently lent it to a friend and will be getting it back soon. And on that note, I will be starting with my N64 games, which make up the lot of my collection. I'm just going to give you guys a quick peek here at what I have laid out. I have all these are all N64 games, and then I also have my GameCube games over here. So I'm going to go through all my N64 games and GameCube games and just give you an idea of what I have. If you see something that you'd like to see on stream, I might not do it for you, but it's worth a shot. Give me a PM. I love when I get PMs from people. And without any more ado, let's get on to the games. So, because I started with the English game, I'm going to start, alright. I actually have two versions of, or two different of the same version of Donkey Kong 64. One of them is my cousin's, but he gave it to us when we were children. And yeah, we have Donkey Kong 64. That was actually my first game on the N64. It came when I got a Jungle Green N64 console with the bundle and had a lot of fun with Donkey Kong 64 as a kid. Alright, next game, another game I played as a kid, 1080 Snowboarding. Great game, really difficult controls I find when I revisited it. It's a very difficult game, but it's got great music and a great atmosphere. I definitely recommend it. I'm going to start making a pile here. I guess I'll just put them back in the box. Okay, the next game I have here, another childhood classic and favorite, is Pokemon Stadium. That's such a great game. Pokemon Stadium minigames. I will money match anyone at the Electrode one. I'll lose, but I'll be happy anyway because it's all mashing and I love mashing. So, that's a great game. I guess I have the Japanese version of Donkey Kong 64. I don't have these very well organized, and I don't have them in a proper order, so my apologies there, but this is Donkey Kong 64. This is the Japanese card. Nice look. I like the look on the Japanese cards in general. And the next game I have is Mario Kart 64. This was one of my Gilly Brothers favorites when we were children. So he's still pretty damn good at it. I wish he would try out and try and get some times, put it on the Mario Kart speedruns leaderboard. I actually have two different copies, two Japanese copies of Diddy Kong Racing. Excellent game. I've done a little bit of speedrunning in the past, and I'd like to de-rust it so that I can take part in the 100% races on, I believe it's Saturday or Sunday. Anyway, here's a recent pickup I got. Cruisin' USA. This is DKR Patty, a longtime supporter of mine. This is definitely one of his favorite games on the N64. I have yet to even play it. I'd really like to get to it, but I have so many games, as you'll see, to go through here. Okay. So, continuing on with the English N64 games, we have one of my childhood favorites, Perfect Dark. Great game. It does. Honestly, I don't think the N64 shooters really hold up that well today because of their lack of. Basically, I grew up. First time I had shooters were on the Xbox 360, and the Xbox 360 shooters were not. They didn't translate well, I think. Alright, I've got Super Mario 64 Classic. Don't really need to say anything about this. This actually isn't one of my favorite N64 games. Everyone loves it, but I have it anyway. It's a good game, not one of my favorites. Aero Gauge. This was a game I played as a child and absolutely loved the music and just general atmosphere of the game. It's a great game. It's very difficult to get good times with. It's actually difficult even to compete with the computers in this game. It's really a difficult game, but it's really cheap. So, okay, this is probably one of the worst games in my entire collection. This is Mission Impossible for the N64. As a kid, we were like, I've got a Japanese back on it because I'm not gonna play this game. It's bad. We played it. It's bad. Just take my word on that. Don't waste your time on that. All right, Mortal Kombat 4. This was one of my original childhood games as well. It's a good game, but it's a fighter. It's a Mortal Kombat fighter. As a Smash Bros. Fan, I'm not too into fighters. I like the fluidity that Smash Bros. Provides and the ease of use also for people to get into it. We've got Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3. That's another one of my older games. It's a really great game. Tony Hawk's, can't go wrong. Great games in general. I recently picked up the original, which I'll show in my collection a little bit later. Actually, yeah, I'll just get it out of the way now. So we have Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. I've got Spider-Man 64, excellent game. It actually holds up pretty well in today's games, and another one of my childhood favorites. I've got Rampage World Tour. This is not, it's kind of a repetitive beat down the city kind of game. I don't know, it's pretty fun. I'm trying to go pretty quickly here, but I'm already 7 minutes in. Okay. So I've got Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. This cart is extremely glitchy. I don't know. One time it froze when I was just looking at the ground. I don't need to explain Ocarina of Time. This is one of my all-time favorite games of all. Like, I absolutely love Mario Tennis for the N64. It's a great game. I recommend you pick it up and play it. It's cheap. It's great. It's an awesome game. Okay, and I have Diddy Kong Racing in English as well, but I prefer the Japanese version due to the difference in the warps and also like just glitches in general. While I have this box, I might as well go over. I have a couple 3DS games. I've got Pokemon X, Pokemon White 2, and Pokemon Y. I don't really play handheld games that much. Alright, now the real killer, the Japanese box. Okay, so this is Sarge's Army Heroes 2. That's my last English game, I think. I don't know, it's a pretty good game. It's alright. I've got this random, I don't know the names on all of these, so forgive me. This is I've never even played this game either. It's just what it looks like. It looks like a slalom skiing game. I've got Mario Tennis in Japanese. Much more difficult in Japanese and much more cups, but I'm very happy I have this in my collection. I've got, I think this is the original Mario Party in Japanese. That's a good game. Ruined some friendship with that one. And Mario Party 3 as well. I've got like a series of games. They're like King of Pro Baseball. I'm just gonna skip over them because I've never played them, but I can't think they're very good. I've never heard them reviewed anywhere, so I don't believe that's very good. Alright, I have a couple Rumble packs and a transfer pack, Japanese transfer pack. Alright, there we go. Get to the sticker right there. Okay. It's actually red. It's yellow on the English version. One of the baseball games I told you about. This is like a Chess Masters game. I don't know. Maybe one day I'll play it, but likely not. I've got Paper Mario Japanese. I think that's a pretty rare game for Japanese, or one of the more desirable games. I've got Goemon's Adventure. I think this is the second one. I played it a little bit. It's like a side scroller. Got a good atmosphere. I've got Kirby Crystal Shards. I really wish I had this one in English, but I'm happy I have it in Japanese. This is a good game. Very basic style, and just a great game altogether. Super Mario 64 in Japanese. I've already given my opinion. I don't really like this game too much because it wasn't a big part of my childhood, which is unfortunate. I think it's actually a pretty decent game, but I don't really want to play it. Got Pokemon Snap here in Japanese. Oh, Gilly brother. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. I've got Pokemon Snap in Japanese. I've got F1 Grand Prix in Japanese. I don't know, it's a racing game. Star Fox 64 in Japanese. That's kind of interesting. I don't know. I've got Star Wars Shadows of the Empire in Japanese. I have a lot of Japanese games, so I'm trying to make this kind of fast. I've got my other copy of Diddy Kong Racing in Japanese. I have two of them. I've got Banjo-Kazooie in Japanese. Great game. I wish I had time to play it. I've got Tetris 64 in Japanese. I'm not sure about the differences with Tetris. I've got Pokemon Stadium. I think this is the original Pokemon Stadium release. There's actually two of the original game, one of which is much smaller than the other one, and I have both of them. This is some kind of Tamagotchi game. I don't know. Got Pilot Wings 64, classic. Another game I'd like to try in the future. Man, I'm running out of space to put games here. Alright, I've got Custom Robo. I think that's one of the better games for Japanese exclusives. I think it's a Japanese exclusive anyway. We've got Human Grand Prix. Apparently this is actually pretty good. I saw a review on it on YouTube. Looks pretty decent. We've got Ogre Battle 64. I never played it, but I know what it's kind of like a real-time strategy or a turn-based strategy. I've got SimCity 2000 in Japanese. I think this is a Japanese exclusive. Pretty interesting. Got Yoshi's Story in Japanese. Classic. One of the launch titles, I believe. Got Bomberman 64 for all you Bomberman fans. I know there's a lot of Bomberman fans. I don't know, I kind of find it a little bit boring, honestly. I've got, I think this is Pokemon Stadium 2 in Japanese. But it might be the second release of the first game. But I believe it's the second one. I have both. I'm just not sure. Yeah, this is the second release of the original. This has a significant amount more Pokemon than the original release of the first game. I've got Blast Corps in Japanese. I don't know. And I'd like to play that game a little bit, but I don't really have time. I've got another baseball game. Another baseball game. I've got baseball games that from this series, and they all look to be bad, so I forget what this game is. It's very nondescript. If you can figure it out, let me know in the comment section below. I've got World Cup 98 France in Japanese. What I don't know. Probably not going to play that one ever. Another baseball game. Got Hey You Pikachu in Japanese, or is it a different name? actually. And Mickey Speedway USA in Japanese. It's kind of funny. USA in Japanese. Got Mario Kart 64 in Japanese. Great game. Wave Race 64 in Japanese. I think this is actually the fastest version for this game. I've got Masters 98, which is a golf game. Not much to say there. And for the last Japanese N64 game, I know it's been a while, but the Sun 64. This is a great game. This is similar to modern Puyo Puyo games, and it's just got a great atmosphere. I don't like puzzle games very much, but I really enjoyed this game. Just the general atmosphere of the game is enough to keep me there. So, alright, I'm just gonna make my work area a little bit safe here. Just a second. And grab my Wii and GameCube games. I'm gonna start with my Wii games and Wii U. I have very few Wii U and Wii games. There aren't many I'm interested in. I've got my first Wii game ever, Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga. I 100%ed this. This was I'm a fan of the Lego games, honestly. I actually lied when I said that was going to be the last Japanese game, because I forgot that I have Japanese Brawl as well. Gilly Brother bought me last Christmas, I believe it was. He bought me Japanese Brawl and also this sealed copy of Diddy Kong Racing for N64. Pretty sick. So that was really sick. I don't know, that was a really good gift. I was really happy with that. Okay, with the Wii games, the next one is, I've got a couple that I got for free from a Wii deal. Major 2K Sports, Major League Baseball, 2K9, Wii Play, Rayman, Raving Rabbids. I believe this is the French version. I don't know. And I've got Super Mario Bros. U plus Luigi Bros. U or whatever. Luigi U. As well as the Wind Waker HD with its nice shiny case and all that. Get that shine in there. Okay. So that's all my Wii and Wii U games. Not many. I've got The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker. This isn't mine. This is my friend's. But I thought I might show his games off as well. Just cause I have them right now. I've got Luigi's Mansion, classic. That's his as well. Super Mario Strikers, great game. Really broken. That's a great way to lose friends as well. If Mario Party doesn't do it. Got Super Mario Sunshine, another game of his. Super Smash Brothers Melee, and Double Dash. These are all his games. Yeah. If you want to check out his speed runs, he's going to be getting into speed running and some stuff. So and his channel name will be Kyaputin Farukin. That's KYA whatever. I'll post it in the description. Okay. I'm borrowing this from a friend. It's a great game, Ribbit King. This is one of my favorite games of all time now. So silly. I love it. Got GoldenEye. Or Nightfire, rather. Jeez. That's a bad mistake to make. I apologize. Nightfire 007. Really cheap multiplayer. I've got Zelda, Twilight Princess. I tried playing this, but I understand why people love it, but I just can't do a game where they have the same audio for the entire thing, pretty much. We've got Soul Calibur 2, that's a classic. This is the first fighting game I ever picked up somewhat seriously before I got into Melee. I've got Capcom versus SNK2 EO. Actually, my cousin's boyfriend gave me this, boyfriend at the time, and I love it. I played it. It's a great game, pretty hilarious. And for the last game I have is the Nintendo preview disc for GameCube. This has Sonic DX, Splinter Cell, Billy Hatcher, and Beautiful Joe demos, as well as the Soul Calibur 2 demo. There are a couple more demos here, F-Zero GX, Wind Waker, Rebel Strike, and some sports games. And that concludes my my video game collection. That was quite a long video, but thank you all for watching. And if you'd like to see more of content other than speedruns, let me know in the comment section below. Like, follow, subscribe, all that good jazz. And if you just want to see more speedruns, then let me know that too, because I'm just trying to keep everyone interested. Anyway.